Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel. We left you in the last episode with a bit of a cliffhanger, didn't we? Manchester City have close to agreeing a deal for a new forward signing on deadline day. Who will that forward signing be? Well, we had, didn't we, on the image, Rodrigo. We put out a vote in the community tab. Who should we sign for striker? Who do you guys want to see City come in? And I give you 4 options of the 10 offered to the club, as long as we could bring them in at the right price. And those 4 options were starting off with Real Madrid's Rodrigo winning the vote with 50%. So he's the first player we'll go for at £90 million to try and get him in. If we can't, we'll go for Paulo Dybala and offer 10 million, maybe even 20 million for Paulo Dybala to try and get him in. If we can't, then we'll go to Ivan Toney. And then we'll go to Victor Gyökeres at 85 million. Too expensive, I think, to be a backup Gyökeres. The same Rodrigo. Rodrigo would have to start somewhere. So we did go in for Rodrigo. He was first. And Real Madrid rejected any offers. They wanted over and around 50 million to sign Rodrigo to replace Julian Alvarez. We won't be paying that for a backup striker. Paulo Dybala, we tried between 10 and 20 million. For a 30-year-old, but no, AS Roma said they wanted 60 million for a 30-year-old, which is outside our transfer rules. We can't do that. We can't be signing a 30-year-old for 60 million, if not more. So in the end, we did this instead. Manchester City, exclusive from David Ornstein, submit an offer to sign Ivan Toney from Brentford Football Club. A £38 million bid last night. Brentford want more towards 45 million and talks will continue. He's high amongst the options, including Paulo Dybala of AS Roma. And Claudio Echeverri has left the club on a 6-month loan while this was going on to move to Brighton till the end of the season. And look at this breaking news from Sky Sports. Ivan Toney is in Manchester for a Manchester City medical. We're about to have a new striker on our hands. One who is going to back up Erling Haaland and perhaps with high quality could actually start ahead of Erling Haaland, because I think Ivan Toney is a top goal scorer. And here he is in Manchester, arriving for his medical. Manchester City's new striker, a backup to Erling Haaland, but one who I'm sure will score goals for this club when needed. A big physical force. He's good in the air. He's got absolutely everything. He meets Pep Guardiola. He's put through his paces in his medical in Manchester, ready to put on the City shirt and begin the photo shoot, because it's welcome to Manchester City, Ivan Toney. So big signing Ivan Toney, who will wear the number 27 shirt for Manchester City this season, taking the shirt number off Matheus Nunes, who left the club to join Al Nassr. He's a big sign. I think he's going to be a top signing for the club. He joins Manchester City from Brentford for £40 million. City go all the way to 40 million for a player out of contract pretty soon. 27 years of age, an A rating in terms of price, an excellent deal. And Ivan Toney is a Manchester City player at 84 rated. And that is a big deal for the club going into transfer deadline day that we're in. 1 hour remains. Transfer deadline day is over, and it'll be interesting to see how our spending graphic can be updated. So you can see here, these are the final transfers for this season. 2 players out of that list in terms of coming in Ivan Toney at 40 million from Brentford and Agustin Roberto from River Plate for 5 million. Al Nassr signed Matheus Nunes for 42 million. Julian Alvarez joined Atletico Madrid for 82. We've also got Carlos Forss being added on there, who moved to Wolves. A sell-on percentage from his move from Ajax to Wolves. 5 million came into the club. And also Micah Hamilton moving from Middlesbrough for 3 million. Of course, that's not all the outgoings. We had many more outgoings on there, not included. But that means that transfers in this season, in the 24-25 season, we have spent £163 million. However, this club have managed to bring in a massive grand total of £284.5 million, meaning we had to have a more than 60 plus net spend. We have blown that out of the water. We have more than doubled it with a plus 121.5 million net spend profit made in the transfer market in this season, even with big signs of Tony Guimaraes and Savinho, and a lot of money to spend going into next summer. So this is how the Premier League table is looking after the January transfer window. February's amongst us now, and this is where the big starter games come for the season, don't they? This is where we've got to hit the ground running, this Manchester City side. See that Liverpool top of the Premier League table? We are not too far behind. Considering at one point we're 11 points behind, we have caught up towards the business end of the season. 22 games played for every team in the Premier League at the halfway point pretty much. 16 wins for Liverpool, 3 draws and 3 losses. City with 14 wins, 5 draws and 3 losses. Goal difference wise, they've scored 1 more goal than them, top goal scorers in the league. We've actually conceded a few more than 4 more, and the goal difference is relatively close. Spurs not far behind us actually, 1 point behind us. Spurs doing very well. Newcastle not far off either. Arsenal and United not where I expected them to be. I expected them to be higher. Then it's Villa, Palace, Fulham, Brighton, Chelsea down 11th, West Ham in 13th, which is a bit of a surprising one. Ipswich with only 3 points this season, bottom of the table, yet with a win. Wolves, Southampton, Bournemouth, Everton, Leicester City, Brentford, it's even West Ham United are in that relegation battle. With a long way to go into the season, people can get dragged here, there and everywhere. And our first game of February after the end of the window is against Brentford, where we could see Ivan Toney make his debut against his former side. It's the pre-match report for Brentford, so they're going to go with a 5-3-2 Thomas Frank's side. It's Thiago and Bermo the front two, not Tony and Bermo. Cazorla, De Silva and Janelt in the midfield 3. Buchanan, Collins, Pinnock, me and Tomiskas the back 5. Thomas Strakosha in goal. Ekitike on the bench there, as well as Aaron Hickey and Didi, Ruselev, Lewis Potter, Schade and Velmin Arsene there. In the last 5 games so far, 2 losses, 2 draws and 1 win. 14th place Brentford. Key attacking player is Mbeumo, who is going to be one who's going to be difficult to stop with his pace. And Thiago is a very good replacement for Ivan Toney, big physical centre forward. Let's decide what we go with against Brentford today. Ederson will start in goal. It is Walker, Captain, Diaz, Ake and Vardiol, that back 4. Rodri, Guimaraes and Mateo Kovacic in a midfield 3. With Savinho on the left, Oscar Bob on the right and Phil Foden in the false 9 role. Ivan Toney could come on and make his Manchester City debut. He finds himself on the bench against his former side with Doku, Grealish, Bernardo Silva, John Stones, Nathan Ake not in there as he starts Manu Akanji and Stefan Ortega on the bench. So away we go to Brentford here, Manchester City at the G-Tech Community Stadium. And the big story of this one, not only is City trying to catch Liverpool at the top of that Premier League table, but a new signing for Manchester City in that side, new striker in Ivan Toney, the £40 million man, the former Brentford man, could face his former side in his debut off the bench. He's only done 1 training session, but Pep Guardiola is throwing him in straight away. I suspect we'll have a lot of possession. Vardiol, Savinho, off the left today. Savinho takes a bump there and a tackle. Referee, advantage was played. Buchanan makes the foul. No advantage came of that. The smoothness is completely gone. It's finally smoothened out for us. Here's Mbeumo, ball in behind to Buchanan. He's in behind us here. Buchanan pulls it across. Santos with a chance here, and Ederson makes a good save. And behind for a corner, but a good start by Brentford as well. And Mbeumo across to this one. Corner ball. We've not really got forward at all here. And then first shot of the game falls their way. Header at the near post. Ederson makes a save. Rodri foot through it. Walker on. It's back to Brentford. Ederson makes another save. Jerome Vardiol here. Vardiol lets his body in there. Vardiol makes a sliding challenge. He tried to reach the ball. Yellow card for Joshua Vardiol. And things haven't gone City's way so far today at Brentford. They've been a difficult side to play against. Savinho down towards Kovacic. Rodri. Savinho. One thing in his mind here to beat his man. He's past Buchanan. Savinho. Keeps it in. Savinho, great feet. Rodri. On towards Bruno Guimaraes. And right down the middle at Strakosha. Okay, stays with him. Good defending by Ake initially. Deflects off him back to Buchanan. Ball across the near post. Ruben Diaz away. Well, City looking for that clean sheet. City struggling so far. Long and forward. And Ake away and Rodri flicks on towards Oscar Bob. Walker. And that is half time. 0-0. Nothing of note to happen in that first half. And the midfielder Brentford bring it away. Rodri pressing. De Silva past Rodri. Forward towards this man in Mbeumo. He's got lots of pace here. And Diaz is going to struggle against him. Mbeumo. Mbeumo! And Brentford, rightfully so, deservedly so, take the lead against Manchester City. Well, a really bad performance. We've got nothing going so far today. And Mbeumo through. No clean sheet. Diaz slides in. He can't cut it out. Good play by Brentford. They've deserved a goal here. Been the better side. City have got to pull a finger out here. This has been a really bad performance. Kovacic. Guimaraes. He needs an option, Guimaraes. He hasn't got one. Well, the midfielder bursts forward himself here. Guimaraes. Guimaraes. Guimaraes onto Phil Foden. City score. 1-1. It's Foden through the middle who scores here. But City have been really poor here today. Phil Foden found by Bruno Guimaraes, but I've not been impressed, and I'm already deciding what the change we're going to make, because we are going to make a change here. Brilliant goal by Phil Foden. The right place, the right time for tapping. Poor defending by Brentford to let Guimaraes run through, but we do need to make changes. So debut for Ivan Toney, the number 27, on he comes for Mateo Kovacic against former team Brentford. No pressure, Toney. Right over top to Savinho. Trouble here for Brentford. Savinho against Ben Mee. Savinho to the byline. Savinho with the ball in. Ivan Toney arriving away. And Rodri back out to Ake. Guardiola. Back to Guimaraes. What a ball to Savinho. Pulls it back. Ivan Toney with a shot blocked away. Brentford get it away. Just Santos down. And a good chance for City there. Counter for Brentford. We've got runners here. It's a big ball over top to Mbuemo. And Ruben Diaz can't make the challenge. And Mbuemo's away again. Edison makes the save. And Kyle Walker clears it to Oscar Bob. And he's way here. I goes Thiago. And Nathan Ake with a tackle. It's not enough. Thiago still going here. Gets a shot off. Edison makes the save. City struggling. Foden tries to cross when it's blocked away. It's behind for a corner. It's a handball. It's a free kick for City. Rodri over this one. And Ivan Toney in the box. Rodri in. Ivan Toney! Header by Toney. Debut goal for Toney. 2-1 Manchester City. And he does celebrate against his former side. Well, I said that he will bring that to the side. His aerial ability that he has. Something we do lack without Erling Haaland. Balling from Rodri. And there's Toney. He rises above everyone else. What a header that is. Crashes down to the grass. After a thumping header from Ivan Toney, which gives Manchester City the lead against his former side, who only a few days before he signed from for £40 million. Yeah, we've been really poor in possession today. Edison pings running towards Jeremy Doku here. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo. Got Doku to the outside of him. Doku's in here. Doku. Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku. 3-1. Doku finishes the game. 3 points for City. Well, we want 4 off Liverpool. Liverpool might win their game. But if they don't, we're within 1 point at this stage of the season. Big celebrations while the City plays. They know this second half of the season is really important to get the points, get the wins, and we do straight away here. Jeremy Doku. What a finish by Doku into that far corner. What a finish. Manchester City lead by 3-1, and that will be 3 points heading our way. Phil Foden off here for Jack Grealish, an appearance for Grealish late on. Wide to Savinho. And here's Savinho. And trouble again for Brentford. Savinho. Savinho off the post. In there is Jack Grealish, who runs it into the back of the net for 4-1. 4-1 City. Well, the result looks something that the game really wasn't. A 4-1 win for City. 2 goals, especially late on in this one, which makes it seem like it's been a sail for us, but it certainly hasn't. Savinho off the post. Cleared right into Grealish, could press him. And he just walks into the back of the net. Well, we haven't dominated this game. We haven't played well here today. But the scoreline makes it seem like it's something it wasn't. Walker underneath it along to Bernardo Silva. Flicks it on, does he? Eyes full time. City 4, Brentford 1. A big win for this Manchester City side, who come away with 3 points. Improve the goal difference by 3. And hopefully get a little bit closer. Well, that ends today's episode. And that ends the January transfer window and all the transfers for this season. Ivan Toney joins Manchester City, a new striker here at the club. And my big question to end today's episode before you guys if you haven't liked the video already, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already, and share the video as well with your friends and family and so on, to try and get this channel to continue to grow and get this community going. My big question is, in 6 months' time, come the end of the season in this career mode save, how many goals will Ivan Toney have scored for Manchester City? Let us know in the comment section down below, and we'll see you guys next time.